Welcome back to the Calgary Guide to Understanding Disease video series. Today we're talking about the complications of chronic kidney disease. Chronic kidney disease represents an abnormality of kidney structure or function that is present for 3 or more months. In chronic kidney disease, many things can happen. First of all, the kidney tubules can atrophy and kidney interstitial tissue can undergo fibrosis. Kidney damage decreases erythropoietin production, which is normally a function of the kidney. This reduces the stimulation of bone marrow, reducing red blood cell production, leading to anemia. Secondly, the buildup of toxic substances, such as urea, guanidine, and indoxyl sulfate, represent toxic damage, reducing red blood cell survival, leading to anemia. The buildup of toxic substances can also lead to uremic syndrome. Third, the kidneys are also responsible for converting calcidiol into calcitriol. Kidney disease would reduce the conversion of calcidiol into calcitriol by the kidneys. Reduced calcitriol levels in the blood will lead to reduced calcium absorption from the small intestine, leading to hypocalcemia. Hypocalcemia, or reduced calcium concentrations in the blood, will reduce the inhibition of parathyroid hormone release. This will increase parathyroid hormone levels in the blood, resulting in secondary hyperparathyroidism. And because parathyroid hormone normally functions to increase the resorption of calcium from the bone into the blood, increased parathyroid hormone levels will pathologically break down bone, resulting in mineral and bone disorder of chronic kidney disease. Fourth, the reduced glomerular filtration rate of chronic kidney disease leads to a variety of complications. Reduced filtration rate reduces the renal excretion of phosphate, increasing the level of phosphate remaining in the bloodstream, resulting in hyperphosphatemia, and in this condition, more serum phosphate will bind with ionized calcium in the blood, further reducing calcium levels in the blood, increasing parathyroid hormone levels, and contributing to mineral and bone disorder of chronic kidney disease. Reduced renal excretion of ammonium, combined with reduced filtration capacity of increased organic anions remaining in the blood, which increases the anion gap, will cause metabolic acidosis. Reduced renal excretion of salt and water will result in an increase in extracellular fluid, causing systemic volume overload, resulting in hypertension and pitting edema. Reduced renal excretion of potassium will result in increased levels of potassium in the bloodstream, resulting in hyperkalemia. Fifth, chronic kidney disease also increases vascular calcification and causes endothelial dysfunction, such as changes in the permeability of blood vessels, changes in clotting response to inflammation, amongst other mechanisms. All of these mechanisms contribute to atherosclerotic disease. Please see the Calgary Guide slide and video on the complications of atherosclerosis. Last but not least, chronic kidney disease will reduce the activity of lipoprotein lipase, ApoA1, and lecithin cholesterol acyltransferase via complex mechanisms that leads to the reduced clearance of lipoproteins from the blood, which further contributes to dyslipidemia, which consists of increased LDL levels, decreased HDL levels, and increased triglyceride levels. And that's it for the Calgary Guide video describing the many complications of chronic kidney disease. If you learned something from this video, please give it a like, subscribe to my channel, and share this video with another medical learner who's interested in this topic. Thanks, and see you in the next video.